And hello, trying something new. Welcome to our gathering of heroes. These are the would-be heroes of the Marvel Universe, an actual play using the relatively new Marvel Multiverse 616 tier system. As a warning, this is a game that can also explore mature themes, and while we'll be specifically avoiding some topics, the game may still include body horror, gore, violence, mind control, and other topics. Our players will discuss consent and boundaries, and will collectively avoid situations that may be triggering. Players will always let me know if anything gets uncomfortable by using yellow and red cards in our private chat. If you as a viewer ever feel uncomfortable or triggered, please pause and step away. Our streams will be available on YouTube after the game, and you can always come back to an episode if you're ready. A couple quick acknowledgements. Roll20, who hasn't sent me a write-up yet, but they are a VTT. They are the official VTT of this Marvel Multiverse game, and I have a lot of hours. Demiplane connects TTRPG fans to make games better with high-quality tools that enhance the ways games can be played, shared, and explored. Check out Demiplane and discover your new favorite tabletop game today. And of course, Marvel Comics, without whom none of this would be possible. Let's do a quick round and introduce our cast, starting with
Sorry, you cut out.
Yes, your sound cut off at the exact moment you said who was
Right at the name, it was gone.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm Adam, or better known around the internet as Soulbind. Tonight I'll be playing Cal Winters, or Dreadfire.
All right.
Hi, I am Pandora Beatrix. I will tonight be playing Dr. Penelope Parator, aka Beholder.
Cassie.
Hi, everybody. I'm Cassie. Tonight I will be playing Liberty Lass, the shield-bearing heroine with a heart of gold.
He's got gumption. Glitch.
Hi, I'm Glitch, and tonight I will be playing Alexi, aka Anima.
Thanks. Or newest players. When last we left off, the team had been having a normal-ish day. Yes, mid-morning, doing their thing, everybody doing their own things, but then somehow got mysteriously pulled all together by bees. And not just any bees, these were bees with a purpose. They all gathered around Skeleton, and the bee skeleton bee, it declared its intention of world domination.
Wait, may I? Zombie. We didn't use that one last time, did we?
Zombie.
Yeah.
I have bee puns in my nightmares.
You haven't yet been bedeviled by bee puns today? So, well done. -1 karma, but well done nonetheless.
Does this make us the B team?
Well, okay.
Just wondering.
All right. I mean,
We're gonna workshop that name.
Well,
you're gonna.
Well,
No,
that-
no.
it's an excellent question. We'll get there. We'll get there when we get to the aftermath of like how much media noise that made.
Whatever's going to happen with these 4 individuals that made a tremendous scene and destroyed a national monument because they were being attacked by bees or something. I don't know. From there, everyone parted ways, just as confused as when they first place. The bees, for their credit, flew away. The parts unknown. The skeleton that was left over because of the team's smart thinking in dunking it in water donated to the university.
Donated. That's the word we'll use.
I mean, donation technically implies
foisted upon, possibly more accurate.
This is yours now.
How fun.
To that end, the team resumed their normal lives. All opposed?
I mean, big question mark next to normal.
What does
but-
another normal day sound? That sounds great.
Usual,
Let's
maybe.
do that. Yeah. Actually, we'll get back to Cal. Cassie, what is Liberty Lass up to today?
She's
10 a.m.
she's at class.
at class. Studious, bored.
Well, those if her GPA gets too low, she loses her scholarship. So, and she's here on she's studying law. Like, she wants to be a police officer. So,
Stay in school, kids. So, nothing untoward happening. What is Alexi up to?
maybe an Avenger.
Well, recovering from the previous day's events.
Everybody's at full health, by the way, if you're in.
I did do that. Yeah, I was at 8 health when we last left off, guys. It was not pretty. Yeah, Alexi's still reeling a little bit from previous encounters, turning into giant wolf without any warning whatsoever. So, probably at home, trying to figure out what in the world is going on.
Licking her wounds?
Yeah, metaphorically and bandaging up a few physical ones, probably.
Cool. Dr. Penelope.
So yeah, Penny is back at work, obviously. Although she is sort of with half of her attention, she's noodling on the what exactly might it have been about our resident PI that that Beauty was getting vibes about, like non-specific vibes, just very weird for Beauty, right? That's atypical. But yeah, like she's probably still working on like because they had various equipment to do tests on the device before the incident, but it's all like big and obvious, so she doesn't have any good way of like reading data off of it other than asking it directly, and if it doesn't know, that doesn't help.
Becomes a conversation with ChatGPT.
Yes, so like that's one of her side projects is getting a good way to interface with it directly, but for now she's just sort of like I guess she's going through her her standard research, but she's pulling up various I don't know, like reports of anything meta-human-y, and just sort of scrolling through them as one scrolls through Dystopia Burb, just like with half of her attention. So just in case Beauty sees anything that jogs Beauty's mind, so to speak.
Meanwhile, Beauty's watching reruns of Friends. Al Winters. You get to the Veterans Center. Good morning. And your friend, I have his name written down in front of me. Or at least you see a couple of individuals by the door, essentially, waiting to be let in. Standard day. Is there anything different or new about today for Cal?
I don't think so. He's still kind of adjusting to the latest developments and then whatever we just did. So he's uh, just sort of refining in his mind kind of what he's capable of now and how to deal with that.
Well, either way, there. Let's call one of them Damien. And he gets up. He served 2 tours in Afghanistan back in the day, ended up homeless. The standard story for a lot of these guys. And um, he's been coming off and on. This one you don't recognize as often. You remember his name to be Damien, but beyond that, you don't really know much more about him than the fact that he served, the fact that he's got he brought him back with him. And he comes up to you, sort of surreptitiously, sort of, I guess, on the sly or subtly or trying to be subtle. But you've seen this kind of before, and he's like, I hear I hear you're a guy that talked to you with regards to stuff.
What kind of stuff?
You know that the new glitter stuff. Here it takes all the edge away.
Yeah, from what I heard, it adds a few new ones too.
Look, I haven't been using it in a while. Get any chance, you can figure guy up? Do you know?
No,
You
look,
got a line on it?
I'm looking for a line on it, but probably not for the same reasons that you are. Look, that stuff, it's not going to fix your problems. It's going to make bigger problems. That's kind of what it does. It takes a small problem and it turns it into a very large problem.
I don't need to moralize in, right?
No, I mean literally. I'm not trying to tell you how to live your life. This stuff is like battery acid, man. You don't want it.
I mean, I'd settle for a joint at this point. Uh, well, anyway, I was told by a guy named Derek. He he told me about this gang. Apparently has a line on it. I haven't been. I don't want to get into that, because once you start doing shit for the mafia, then you're like in, and I don't need that on my slate. So if I can get something without having to, kill somebody, steal too many things, then that'd be really good.
Look, which gang is this? Somebody in our neighborhood, somewhere across town?
I honestly, as the narrator, I cannot remember the name of the game.
Oh,
I want to say serpents, something serpents.
yeah.
It was animal related.
It was an
I
animal.
should-
It was
I should
definitely.
really-
If
I
it's
should
the
really
same
start
gang.
writing things down.
Reasons you'll
Just
learn
before
later.
my time, guys.
Definitely was a snake. That game. Blah.
For narrative purposes, I can assume you told me the same name of the gang.
The same
that
name.
we're on to. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, those guys are bad dudes. Look, you spend enough time taking orders, right? You don't want to start doing that again. You know what that did, where that led.
No, no, well, yeah, exactly. That's why Derek says, "Hey, you can get it here," but I've been avoiding it. So, but I mean, he did say that maybe if I talk to a guy named Benny, that he could hook me up. But I've been trying to avoid that because they're bad people. So
Benny's one of the gang guys.
yeah. And apparently, he hangs out at the casino downtown.
Yeah, but look, you don't want to be involved with that stuff. Look, I appreciate the information. Look, go talk to Cindy in the back room. She knows some people at the clinic. They don't ask a lot of questions. They're not going to give you anything illegal, but they'll help you figure something out that doesn't require you going and hurting people. All right?
Yeah, you're right. Called the double down. Look for Benny at the double down. He said.
Double down. Yeah. All right. I'll check it out. We'll make sure that that information gets put to good use. All right. You stay clear of it.
And he kind of shuffles away, dejected, but he's sort of carrying himself a little bit straighter, even though he's not getting the fix he was hoping for. However, you have a name.
Do indeed. Up and down casino. Yeah, I think he's going to go back to his office and start doing some high intensity sleuthing, by which I mean Google. He's going to check out the casino hours events, see if there's anything on this Beanie guy, if he might work there. He probably doesn't, but you know, see if there's anything he needs to know before he goes and scopes this place out in person. It's a casino, so they probably don't close. So finding the right opportunity to approach might be tricky.
I mean, they're usually open more at night than during the day. Most casinos have usually like a noon start or something like that. Something that starts for the early risers, especially if they have slot machines. And they close 3, 4 o'clock a.m.
So yeah, beyond that, I think he'll just continue about his day, and then later in the day, we'll text everyone that we've sort of got this group interest that we've all been kind of tracking this thing for separate reasons or whatever. Just hey, going to the casino later. Heard it's glittery. You want to tag along?
When's later?
That's a good question. Let's call it midnight.
She's thinking about it.
Well, Beauty's like staring at the phone.
Yeah, okay.
Almost like your eyes were like getting that sort of that lazy eye thing where the one eye just keeps drifting down to the phone.
Yes, yes.
Just to straighten your own vision, you have to look at it. See. You got a text. Sorry, Liberty Lens. It's a text. In the middle of class. the Captain America song as a text message.
Her text is, Avengers, assemble!
Nice. But of course, it's not on silent,
Yeah.
Nobody knows.
so it's a bit of a disruption.
Sorry.
The boss stops speaking in mid, writing on the blackboard. He creeps surreptitiously out of the
Yeah.
chair.
She's just like,
We feel like we should have a little like warning. Kids, do as we say, not as we do.
she'll go out in the hallway and check her phone.
Same thing. Going to the casino, literally. And if it's in group text, then when's later, midnight.
I should be available. Shield emoji.
Nice. The VW symbol.
And like it's like a Captain America shield emoji, and then next to it is like a picture of a Volkswagen Beetle.
Of course, as one does. Alexi, get a text.
Do I? Am I in this group chat?
I think so. After
You too.
Or is this just because I only remember getting Liberty Lass's phone number, no one else's.
Oh,
Unless
I
I
guess, yeah,
was
I guess
totally
it's up
wrong.
to you guys as far as like who decided to distribute contact information.
fair
we
enough.
can always say Liberty Lass added Alexi into the group chat.
Yeah.
Or
can do-
forwarded the message.
Despite her
works.
not.
Forwarded the message.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Or we can say none of that happened and you get the message anyway.
Creepy. Odd.
I mean, sure. Oh, you'll
Not
find
helping Alexi spiral.
this is not helping at all. No. Okay, so you get the message.
Yeah. Liberty Lass will forward the message. Going to the casino with the group.
Hey,
You're invited to
Super.
join us.
you want to come?
Alexi's going to just assume the group is everybody they met the other day.
You
Still
also
be
get
a
the
little,
Shield in the
Yeah,
Volkswagen
yeah.
emoji.
yeah, of course. Still be a little
Everybody.
weirded out because again, spiraling. But send a quick text back being like, okay, yeah, I'll meet everybody there. Because Alexi is an investigator at heart and will not pass up the chance to investigate.
Excellent. We can fast forward, flip the comic page, as it were, to the night, the preceding evening, or the coming evening. Dark, some stars are out, but mostly cloudy because it's Seattle. And you all, I'm assuming, my guess would be Liberty Lass would show up first because she'd be very eager.
Probably. She's probably been staking out the location of the meetup.
Dreadfire would arrive in civilian clothes, surreptitiously scoping everybody.
Accurate.
Lich would be hiding away in a corner outside the radius of a streetlight, watching and making sure other people showed up.
Yep.
And
Right.
Dr. Penelope would show up, probably in civilian guise, and would with Beauty would have clocked that everybody was already here.
Probably with a not her standard appearance, with a random false identity.
Fair. Yep.
Liberty Lass is already there, already in costume, and she's up, like, perched up somewhere, like, eating her dinner. Like, she's got, like, takeout.
On the
Like,
top,
she's sitting up there with, like, Taco
like-
Bell or something, and she's just like, oh my God, I'm so hungry.
on the top of the streetlight at
And then
Glitch's.
everybody else arrives, and she's just like, what's her food
Glitch has no
away?
idea she's
Just let
Liberty
me
Lass
finish
gives
my
me
Mexican
big
pizza.
Liberty Lass gives me big Kamala Khan vibes. So that sounds
yeah.
about right, yeah.
So I'm gonna make sure that my phone is on vibrate, as one does, and then text everybody. So do we have any more details? Like, are we going inside and poking around, or are we like waiting for someone to come out? What exactly is the plan here? ...
So
and you hear
before I respond to her message, may I, since I have been sitting here staking out this place for a while, have I seen anything?
no.
No. Okay.
Nothing outside the ordinary.
Okay.
Give me, actually, we'll make this the first roll tonight. Give me a vigilance check.
Okay.
While you're up at the top of the eating your takeout.
My sheet got closed. Sorry, I keep itching my nose. It's allergies like crazy out here. Oops. Okay, vigilance. It's 13.
Not bad. You do notice at one point an individual who's uncomfortably dressed, trying to look like a mafioso, but it's sort of, I don't know, like the suit jacket's one size too big. He's kind of swimming in it a little bit. Not exactly a fit fellow sort of thing, but he's flanked by two, muscled-looking thugs. And he's kind of got he's wearing like a bandana that you're familiar with, its colors. Rings on his finger. The other hand seems to have tattoos on it, on the knuckles. Standard fare, as it were, of a guy who's basically trying to look bigger in his station than he is.
Okay. I snap a picture of him with my phone. Like no flash, just
Flashes in the other.
and then I send the text off to the group. I'm like, I think this might be the guy we're looking for. Or at least he seems sus as heck. That's exactly how she writes it. Sus as heck.
Oh,
It's around 10:30.
So we're looking for a guy ... question mark.
Right. Well, I got a name, Benny. Presumably a guy. Probably sus as heck.
Okay, well, let's fire up ESP and see, if they're weird.
Fire up the witch then?
ESP,
Oh.
so that I can see if they have abilities.
That power. ESP.
Shenanigansly broad power.
Do, 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 do. Well, he's not trying to remain undetected, so he seems to be. Not sure exactly what kind of surface intention, thoughts, or what have you would get from this.
I don't. Just
There's
where they are and whether or
general
not they have
location
superpowers.
and status. So he's
Yeah.
alive, slightly agitated. I don't know if you would get that necessarily. No powers.
And the two people with him also no powers.
You get a sense of vigilance from both of them. Both healthy. No powers.
Okay, well they're not meta. So did we want to like say hi before they go in the casino, or dot dot dot?
Well, that all depends. Liberty Lass would have seen them at 10:30 because she was there way early.
Oh, sorry. Is this not when you called for the roll? I assumed this was happening in real time. If this is all happening backwards in time, then none
Kind
of
of
that
sort of
happened?
backwards. When she would have noticed them while in her vigilance.
So she's not going to go in after them. She's just going to be like, "Hey, I saw this sus as heck guy when we got here. Here's a
Well, you
picture
would have
of
sent it when
him."
you took the picture. And when everybody
Yeah,
else
she. Well, yeah, probably. She'd probably be like, "Hey guys, this guy's sus as heck, and he just walked inside." Just thought I would let you know. Not like I'm sitting outside watching the building or anything.
Totally not.
I'm totally doing things that are unrelated to this.
not superheroing right now in my suit.
No, being a normal
Okay.
person and working on like homework. Totally.
So we
totally
can,
working on homework right now.
We can still say that I sent all the texts I sent, except
Yep.
not the ESP part, and prefaced in the beginning by, "I thought we were going at midnight. It's 10:30."
I stopped for dinner.
At the casino?
They have a really killer taco buffet.
That's fair.
Argue with that?
They give student discount.
Also, Yeah. so we can fast forward then as people, the rest of you, arrive. A glitch hiding in the shadow. Cal Winters being inconspicuous yet scoping everybody. Dr. Penelope in a different guise with Beauty blocking that everyone else is here. And we're there. And now you can do your ESP.
Well, sure. Although
Or do you need to see?
there's a lot of ellipses, still outstanding in the group text.
AKA, what is the plan and why is there no plan?
She's just gonna keep asking.
In fairness, I never said there was a plan. I just said I was going to the casino.
Sorry, I was hungry. I could go back in again, though. I mean, I'd have to.
I kind of thought I might just go say hi to start with.
Do you know what they look like?
Well, I have a picture.
Okay, well then probably.
I have a picture of a person who might be the person that we're looking for, which I will say hi to in order to discern if they are the person that we are looking for.
Is Liberty Lass is on at the top of the pole, yeah? Or the
What's
the
that?
building? Yeah, the top of the building?
Yeah, she's like on. You know how like banks have those roofs that slant down
Yep.
sometimes, and then they'll have like a ledge. She's like chilling on one of those ledges.
Cool.
She's not
Is
On
your
the
phone on
highest
vibrate or is it
point.
is your
Oh, it's totally on vibrate.
okay? I was gonna say.
She totally got lectured by her prof for like a solid 30 minutes after class over that.
Could you imagine it not being on vibrate, random Captain America theme song just floating out into the night?
3 or 4 times as everybody shares this conversation back and forth. Just making sure. Dr. Penelope is outside. Give me a vigilance.
Okay. Sure. Okay, I have a fantastic 17.
Okay. Get those fantastics out of the way now. So, because of Beauty's very particular systematics and skill at observation, for want of a better term, abilities that far exceed normal human in terms of detection. When you send that group text, the response time, second or so, and it depends on the carrier, but Beauty tracks it up to the top of the building.
Okay. Wow, handy. Is it just like overlaid as like a location, like a dot with a label, or
Or it could be like in the Metal Gear Solid game where you hover over the thing and it gives you a little pop-up and diagnostics of everything.
okay.
Are you still concentrating on ESP?
Yeah, I mean, I don't have any reason not to.
Sure.
But I was gonna say, okay, then I'll go into, I can scope out all the people in there and see if anybody stands out. I don't think I can specifically see the stuff yet, the glitter stuff. I'm thinking about that, but I haven't figured that out yet. This is all texting, by the way. Oh yeah, she takes a selfie of herself and sends it to the group texts. This is what I look like at the moment. Just so that doesn't get confusing later.
I kind of just always assume you're here and that I don't know what you look like.
Wow, don't do that.
I've said some awkward hellos to at least 3 people.
I'm almost never here.
But that's exactly what you would want to say to make us believe otherwise.
I go in the casino.
You're not wrong. All right. So, one of you, 2 of you, 3 of you go in together.
Well, they're just going in to talk, right?
Presumably.
I'm going in to lightly violate people's civil rights.
Last
Okay.
time you guys had an altercation with somebody, you busted up a national monument.
Just a little one.
I think,
It's only 2 park benches.
how about I covered the exits just in case, I don't know, he decides to run?
I think Alexi's probably going to kind of trail behind everyone upon seeing people that they recognize, but
Fair.
like not quite like talk to anyone quite yet. Just kind of like scope out, like kind of stick towards the exit with Liberty Last, and just like watch the room, scan the room in a sense.
Fair. Most casinos, or at least the ones that I'm familiar with, don't have specific door security at the front. So going in and getting in is relatively easy. There are, however, lots of security guards inside swarming around every which way. And you can assume that you're under the guise of at least 100 cameras. I don't know personally the layout of this particular casino. Probably a good idea. But
It's designed for you to not understand it so that you
Well,
have a
exactly.
hard time leaving. Yeah.
lots of machines,
Yeah.
ding, 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 of the slot machines going.
Probably a mirrored ceiling.
At least 3 walls of mirrors. Yep.
Yep.
The smell of cigarette smoke
Yep.
is a must.
And something else on the air. Sort of one of those, oh, this person has been here far too long in the same position. Sort of that mix of body odor and a little bit of urine. There are
Yep.
people who wear depends.
That escalated quickly. Okay.
Every now and then. Interesting.
Which is not fun for Alexi with heightened senses.
I mean, you don't have
It's
to
a
have
good
it
thing
all.
we're outside.
However, it's fairly busy. But you have very little trouble locating your quarry in his slightly ill-fitting suit jacket and his 2 flanking thugs. He's making himself noxiously evident in a way because he's sort of like one of those guys that got paid a lot of money and he's distributing the wealth because he's so happy he got a lot of money. He's tipping, $20 tips to the wait staff, gets up every now and then sort of thing, tosses a couple of dollars on the table to distribute chips to people. He has largesse and he's spreading it around.
Ostentatiously generous.
I think Cal will not too drastically, but he's gonna like grab a couple of buttons on his shirt and like misbutton them and muss his hair just a little bit and kind of just develop a bit of a tick, a scratch. And he's gonna just kind of wander over to where this gentleman is and lean in or take a seat or whatever, depending on what he's up to. If he's playing a table game or if he's hanging out, find an excuse to be near him for a moment.
8.
And then at his first opportunity, he'll just be like, "Hey, you Benny?"
One of the guards basically starts moving towards you in order to kind of step between. Half second later than probably should have, sort of that kind of quality of guard.
Yeah.
And Benny, individual who you've approached, waves him aside. Yeah, I'm Benny. To whom am I making an acquaintance?
Oh man,
Butcher.
name's Dave. A buddy of mine pointed me over here to the casino. Said his good friend Benny was always in here, and that he was somebody you could talk to about finding stuff. The real pretty, sparkly kind of stuff.
Give me an ego roll.
It was 14.
You're talking to Benny. But I ain't gonna say whether or not I got anything because I'm here partying with my friends.
Sure. No, yeah, of course. Apologies. I don't want to interrupt your fun time. I understand. You got you got a number, a card or something? We could maybe do business when you're actually at work,
I don't know who told you, but I am a legitimate businessman,
Of course.
and I don't appreciate. And he waves at, and the two guards start moving forward. Your implications and your insinuations. So why don't you make like a leaf and go?
I think we got off on the wrong foot. I apologize. I'm not trying to harsh your vibes. I just, I thought might, be a good person to make it. Tell you what, let me buy you a drink. What are you drinking? And he's going to reach over and fumble around and like knock his drink over into his, like all over his clothes.
None of this is gonna end well.
And he predictably gets up. What the fuck?
Oh, no. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
His pants are all wet.
No, let me buy you another one. I'm gonna take care of it. I just say, hey, whatever he's drinking, let me get him one. It's like you need some towels. Bring this man some towels.
And his response is, "Yo, get this fool." Roll the initiative.
Edge on that. The same number. That's a 15.
Okay.
Oh wait, I got a plus one. That's a 16. Sorry. No, it was already counting the plus one on top. It's a 15. I'm gonna do math one of these days.
Either way.
Do you want us to roll outside as well?
I mean, yeah, those of us that are outside, are we included in this?
Probably yes.
Oh man, all right.
But Dr. Penelope went inside, if I remember correctly.
I did, in fact,
Okay.
yes.
And if you're still concentrating, you're getting agitated from the guy,
Sure.
aggressive from the two guards, and resigned from.
Well, okay. Um,
And roll initiative.
yeah, I have a 12. I'm
How do I roll edge on semi-plane?
You hit the reroll button and then you select the dice you want to roll, and then you just roll again.
Reroll? Oh, there it is. Okay.
yeah, I'm just gonna I'm not gonna do anything right now. I'm just gonna watch and if they start I mean, I assume they're not gonna start, actually breaking parts of him in the casino. But if they do, then I might change my mind about that. But I assume they're going to take him somewhere before they do that. So that's what I'm watching for. But
Fair.
she's basing all of this on movies, by the way.
I have an 18 on initiative.
Okay.
I got an 11.
Hey. So, Hal Winters, these two goons reach out to try to grab you.
Predictably.
Your agility defense, I guess melee defense, technically.
Melee is 10.
These two goons grab you by the scruff. Start
Predictably.
motioning you towards a back room. Or a door. the end, back of the casino. Do
He's
you
gonna
resist?
he's gonna play it like resisting, but he wants them to take him somewhere. So yeah, he's just like, oh guys, come on, it's okay. You don't need to do this. It's fine. But he's gonna like slowly be pushed away wherever they're trying to go.
Okay. They take you to this door, sort of one of those the steel fire escape sort of doors. Bash it open, throw you outside. They both come out afterwards. One guy's now straightening up a set of brass knuckles. Dr. Penelope, you see them grab Al Winters and roughly drag him out.
Okay. As soon as I see it happening, I will be starting to text.
The other two.
Yeah. Cal talked to Benny. It went great. There's some thugs taking him outside now. He'd probably appreciate help. ... Question mark? Yeah. But then I'm gonna make my way in that direction.
Through the casino or out and around?
I mean, I assume. Well, I don't. Whichever seems faster.
Straight through. Cool.
Okay.
Liberty Lass?
We've got incoming trouble, Alexi. Just
Oh,
gonna
great.
say.
Cool. Perfect.
And she's going to just kind of like she's got like a taco in one hand as she's reading the message too. And she's like just about to take a bite, and she's like, here you go. And hands it to Alexi and walks off. And like
Alexi, upon this, is like, what? Probably throws the taco in the nearest trash can and moves to follow Liberty Lost while grumbling under her breath, does trouble just follow you guys wherever you go or something? What is happening? Just kind of grumbles under their breath.
I think this one's definitely on us, though. Really,
So this will be essentially with
looking
the movement.
specifically for trouble.
Be a solo with Dreadfire for one round. Beholder will arrive in the following, or arrive to be participating in the following round. And then, actually, you two, because you can run around the casino, theoretically, yeah, okay. Do math in my head. Let's go with Liberty Lass. You beat feet around the building, and you see Hal Winters, all roughed up, well, at least looking disheveled, and two muscle dude thugs advancing on him.
So first of all, she's going to interpose herself between Hal and the guys. She's just gonna like pop in front of him.
Okay.
With her shield up. Say, don't you know it's not nice to outnumber a man?
Oh, talk to strangers.
Something
Pithy. Yeah. They
2 against 1. How about we even out those odds? There we go. That's what she says.
There it is.
I'm imagining it like one of the Captain Americas. So you got detention.
So, yeah.
So you've pissed off Liberty Lass.
All right. Give me an ego roll.
Okay.
Make this one with advantage.
Okay. So I have edge.
Edge.
Okay.
Remember, don't re-roll marble die. If it's a marble.
Yeah. I have a 10.
10. The two ruffians stop advancing on Cal because they're completely dumbstruck at this relatively short. I mean, you're athletic. She's athletic, but she's not,
She's not statuesque.
juicing sort of
Imposing.
athletic. She's not built like a tree trunk.
But she's pretty toned.
But she's dressed in the red, white, and blue with a Volkswagen hubcap. And they're like,
It's actually an upgraded Volkswagen hubcap now. Thank you very much.
I know. They're like, what? Who the? And one guy just starts laughing. You're getting punked. Which gives ample time for Glitch to get around the corner. Excuse me, Anima. And Dr. Penelope come through the door behind. Dreadfire.
So as soon as they are distracted by the very heroic entrance of Liberty Lass, he is going to take a step back and transform into Dreadfire. As he's doing so, because Dreadfire doesn't have a lot of pockets, he's going to pull out his phone and send a quick message. Not specifically to anybody in particular, but just going to say, somebody keep eyes on Benny. He's going to go clean his shirt, and then he's going to put his phone away and finish apparating his outfit. And
The extra dimensional space where the phone goes.
Yeah, it just he doesn't know where it goes. It's just it shows up later.
I feel like that should be concerning.
Yeah, there's a lot about his stuff that's concerning.
So is that like considered roaming? I wondered.
Yeah, the minutes. It's
If
like,
you can't get, if you can get a signal,
Yeah.
extra dimensional space. The astral plane. This has no Wi-Fi connection.
It's Starlink. It's fine.
All right. You transform. That doesn't take an action, if I remember correctly. It's just there.
He's just kind of magic, so not technically. I'm fine if you want it narratively.
Blue fire sort of burns over, turning everything to tendrils of blue smoke and ash.
Yeah, a lot of dark wrapping. It's sort of nondescript. Like the harder you look at him, trying to discern like a pattern, it just becomes harder to figure out what's going on. It just sort of, he's cloaked in darkness, sort of. And then just ethereal blue wispy smoke stuff.
Cool.
And then he will. Yeah, he's gonna try and spook him a little bit. He's gonna hit the closest one with suppressing fire, which is agility versus his vigilance.
Versus his vigilance. What? Okay.
Which I now have edge on thanks to the trait I just took, signature attack for his pistols. Every time I reroll, I get the same number. I don't know how that work. Did that roll? Confused. I guess it says reroll. No, that's initiative. Hold on. Click the dice. Reroll.
I've also noticed on Demiplane, you can actually click on like the different categories and it rolls for that specific category. So like if you click on melee, it'll roll for melee on the website. So
yeah. So that is a 12.
12 hits.
And that is 12 focus damage.
Okay.
Customer service in these places is really going down the toilet.
So
And that's his turn.
is a suppressing fire with both?
Yeah.
So you outcome these spectral handguns. ghostly, wispy. They fire. Do they go soundlessly, I wonder?
I feel like the person being shot hears it and nobody else does, or at least maybe it's very quiet for everybody else because it's
Yeah.
really it's like it's
Very,
almost
very
like a
muffled.
psychic attack. Yeah.
Almost like an after effect. You hear like the Doppler effect after.
Mm.
You hear it, and he hears it, and he's like reacts as if he's shot with real bullets, but not.
And that's his turn for now.
Beholder.
Okay, well, I'm assuming she's getting that text basically as she's getting to the door.
Yep.
So she'll be like reading it like as she's pushing the door open and then be like,
Yeah, crap.
just sort of like look up at the fight already starting and everyone else is there and it's like, oh, sorry, I can see you're busy, and then just close the door and although I was gonna I was gonna try a thing since we're but this is gonna probably take longer than this fight in real time. So like the general plan was which she just made up in her head like as this happened. She's like, okay, let's try this then. She's going to, since she was already sort of pushing the door open, this is as much cover as she's going to get in a casino. So she will just like change her disguise, drop ESP in order to do so. But change her disguise to one of the whatever the wait staff is wearing in the casino, and then head up to Benny. And her plan is to be like, "Oh, I'm so sorry, sir. Here, let me help you back, and we can get some. We got a Clorox pen. We can help. Just blah blah blah. Try to be
Sure.
helpful.
All right, give me an ego check.
10.
Man. Your outfit, convincing. Your behavior, suitably, or at least convincingly so. As Benny's like, yeah, I mean, what the fuck? This place, I come here all the time, and this is kind of the service I get. Thank you. No, it's fine. Here. And he pulls out a $20 bill, and he goes to tuck it into a visible pocket.
Oh.
Oh.
So, wow, this is actually pretty hard because Penny genuinely does not know what's going to happen. She's terribly curious about it. But if what happens is that his hand just like goes through the disguise, then that would be bad. So she's like 50-50 on doing something about it. No, she's going to decide. She's going to decide to just be like, sort of backpedal a little bit and be like, oh no, sir, I couldn't possibly. I haven't even helped you yet.
It's not gonna end well.
Give me another ego roll.
Okay.
Everything we do is smooth.
So smooth.
Like,
Well, golly, okay, 18.
Oh, jeez.
well,
Never mind, this is gonna go spectacularly.
it's higher than I was expecting. That's right.
Me too.
He seems. All right, yeah, no, that's okay. Here, and he basically takes it and sort of taps it down onto the table. When you're done. And he takes the towel that's proffered and he's sort of dabbing himself off.
Well, let me get you a new drink, sir.
Yeah, sure.
Did she have any idea what? Like, was there anything left in the drink? Or
All over
I mean,
him
could
and
she
all over.
tell
smell
from the
alcohol.
color of his shirt? Yeah, like I mean, I feel like she does have enhanced senses. Like she has a chance to identify that by smell.
You want to turn on your enhanced senses in here?
I mean, I don't actually get the choice. They're just on.
Oh, fair. All right.
Alas.
You try your best to tune in. With the assault of various smells in this area, the stale cigarette smoke, the slight body odor, the Axe body spray. Sponsor us. They give me an logic check.
Gross. 12.
12 works. You're finely tuned. Meanwhile, Beauty's sort of analyzing the chemical composition of what seeing. But you can smell whiskey. Is that orange juice? You're slightly mystified by this, but that's
Okay. I'm gonna do my best with that. Heading. Good lord, I'm gonna have to figure out where exactly the waitstaff are going to get drinks. I don't. If there's a visitor bar,
there's
that
bars
should be
all
easier.
around.
Okay.
There's various bars inside because each one has a separate
Yes.
thing.
Then I will
Waitstaff
head
walks up.
towards the nearest one.
Sure. Anima.
Okay. I think because
So Liberty Lass has just jumped in front of these two bulky dudes,
and now one of our friends is on fire. It's fine.
and Al Winters just suddenly erupted in fire.
Yeah.
Blue flame, and he's
average every
all
day.
dark and black and shadowed.
Yeah. I think
You've seen
because
both of these individuals.
during said spiral the previous night, Alexi practiced the shifting a little bit just to see if it was actually something they could genuinely still do or if it was a
Cool.
one-time thing. So practiced a little bit, not enough to have perfected it, but I think Alexi's going to change forms into that wolf figure again and kind of like instead of attacking, since we already have two people who are right on top of those guards, kind of more so move towards the nearest like exit of whatever alley we so happen to be in, because it's always some weird shifty alley behind a casino. And kind of just like position there just in case one of them tries to run.
Sure.
And I think that will be my turn.
Nope.
Yeah.
The goons, to their credit, haven't they go defensive. They're not necessarily they're kind of taken aback by all the stuff that's happening here. One guy's like stepping back because he's seeing what happened to Cal, and the other guy is still in front of Liberty Lass and still focused on that and basically saying, "What are you going to do?" And he reaches out and pushes the sheet. Hard enough. And I'm going to ask if you want to resist or not.
Oh yeah.
Okay. What is your might defense?
I believe it's 12. Yes, it's 12.
See this.
It's my melee, right? Is what you asked?
Really rolled lowest possible number I could. Literally cannot roll lower than a.
Should have bought better henchmen.
He gives you a sort of a sort of expecting no resistance because size comparison, gives it a push and goes nowhere. Steel yourself against him, and he manages to do nothing.
She's just gonna like look back like over the shield. Like you see like her eyes is probably about the only thing of her face that he really sees. And she's just gonna be like, these colors don't run. And kind of posture forward.
Or I'm rolling it. I'm sorry. I'm thinking you're all taking another 3 points of psychic damage. I'm horrible. Proud of you.
My gift to the
All right.
world.
I get all right. Cool. You give him the old steely-eyed glare. Back up to you.
It's my turn.
Yep.
So she's gonna smack him with the shield. Right under the chin.
Melee.
That's an 11.
An 11. Pretty sure, if I remember correctly, ties go to the attacker.
I think it's meets it, beats it.
That feels right. So let's go with that. You hit.
So it's 2 times the Marvel dice plus 4, right? Or plus 2, right?
Whatever the
ability.
modifier is, yeah.
Mhm.
So
Because you have mighty 1, and you have the shield bonus itself.
okay, so that's a 10.
Cool. I'm literally using the information from the brand new release book, and I gave them the stats of the Magia Tough, who have 10 health. So you basically push forward a little bit, and you just rock him from underneath the chin with just the flat face of the shield, and he just arcs backward. His head just flies back and out.
So look over to the other guy and be like, you may want to pick your friend up off the floor. Maybe dust him off a little bit.
What I need is pop-ups that sort of do like the Batman live action Pong, Biff,
Yeah.
Bang.
bang. Yeah, you laid this guy out, just out.
These poor guys are just doing their jobs, so we're ducking them.
Random hooligan dressed as Captain
Yeah, I
America.
mean, technically, Cal did assault that guy by spilling his drink onto him. Like it's very minor assault, but like.
Yeah.
Well, you would be heroes, but you're trying to. That's it. Speaking of Cal, Dreadfire.
So he's just gonna look at the gentleman who just got floored and just like, ooh, how much do you guys get paid again? Is it enough? How about you just give me your phone and get out of here?
You literally.
Give me an ego roll.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god!
And give it edge.
Okay.
Oh, these poor guards.
Because the only guy left is the guy you shot. So he's not
Right.
having a good night as it is. And he just saw some red, white, and blue fem cap take his friend out in one shot.
That was a 19.
My lord.
He just, don't worry, trouble, man. Takes his phone out, tosses it at you, and just beats straight towards Anima.
I told you it was just a misunderstanding.
But before we get there, hold it. Completely mundanely, you order a drink from the bartender. Bartender mixes it.
Yeah. I think she's going to be like, sorry, I need another drink for the guy at table. I don't know the number. I'm new. It was this color. It was definitely whiskey and something. Juice? Is there juice? Do you put juice in whiskey? It seems wrong. Do you remember? Couldn't have been that long ago.
Who are you talking about?
I don't know. The guy who ordered the drink got it spilled on him.
Could be any. Who? Point him out. You funny at Benny?
Yes.
Okay, just checking. Yeah, you never know. Oh, Benny. Okay. Yeah, whatever. Goes to the spigot, pours out some whiskey, utters some kind of contemptuous something under his breath. Sounds vaguely Russian. Can't really quote it. Pours orange juice into it. Slides it towards you with a look of grimacing disgust. I really wish they wouldn't haze the new people by giving them Benny.
Is it actually okay? It's actually orange juice. Sure. Thank you. And then she will go back.
Just for questionable drinking.
Yes, go back to take it to him. While still trying to figure out how she's going to make any of this useful, other than keeping him relatively in the same place. But honestly, would have been more useful for him to go somewhere. But he was not about that.
Fair. Now, how do you look or outside the uniform?
Oh, just random, relatively attractive female. I mean, it's probably a subconscious thing that she would like. She would never pick a disguise that has any feature in common with herself. Which, like, if people are keeping track of her disguises, might eventually be able to figure out what she looks like by what she never looks like. But that's
I don't have a villain yet with that level.
Yes, that's Nemesis stuff later. Just put a pin in that.
So, a relatively attractive female in waitstaff outfit. You bring the drink back to Benny. Benny's like, "Thanks, babe."
Oh, sure. Is there anything else I can get you?
I mean, no, maybe later, but for now, pretzels.
Okay, I'll get some. Thank you.
And do you ever get close enough to him within arm's reach?
I mean, probably, because it's a casino. She's gonna have to in order to be heard properly.
And see just how inappropriate Benny actually is.
Oh, okay. Good times.
He's on fairly good behavior.
Okay.
Or is he? And he looks at the back door, smiles, takes a drink of his whiskey, and does a sort of like silent chuckle with the raised shoulder thing. back all the way up to Liberty Glass. Cleaned one guy's clock, the other guy ran away. We're starting to run away.
So since he turns to run away, I'm just gonna be like, "Oh, you might want to say hello to my friend?" And just point to Anima.
Hello to my little friend. All right.
Who's currently
And then
a
she's
wolf?
gonna like blink behind Anima and just be like
This is how people get PTSD. Like,
We need a villain rehabilitation program. Mine's even
I know a place. It's fine.
Guy's not even a villain.
I mean, he could be. We don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we're just
He could
beating
have a-
up these
Okay,
poor
like,
random
He
guards.
doesn't have
This is
powers,
gonna
but he,
say-
he could have a
Right
lab.
there. That's
Like,
it.
he works thuggery to make money for chemicals for his lab.
Yeah, but we're
gonna
be
beating up
somebody
these poor
someday.
guards who probably don't know any information at all whatsoever.
all I'm
You know,
gonna say
this
is
is how,
when
like-
Lass was defending herself, she was touched first. It was not
Right.
consensual.
Sure.
That
He got
He
knocked out by
entered
his
the
own
bubble.
misogyny, if we're honest.
Yeah, I agree. He did that to himself.
this is like how 90% of Spider-Man's villains get their origin. They're random thugs. They get beat up by the superheroes, and then somehow they get some sort of experiment, and with that, he's got powers. Not that I'm giving you a heads up. I'm just giving you a heads up. All right. Little comic book knowledge from the past 50 years or so. So you do your quick blink. You're behind him. He kind of staggers a little, backpedals to stop himself. Fire. A
So
phone.
he's going. Yeah, he has a phone. He's going to flip through the phone quickly and try to see if he's got like the boss's number on speed dial or some easy way to get in touch with him quickly. A text conversation maybe they were having. And then he's going to go over to the knocked out guard and kind of lift him up. And he's just going to start taking selfies and sending them to Benny. And just this like kind of funny at first, like, Weekend at Bernie's, but then they're going to get progressively like more. He's going to drop the guy. He's just going to start like zooming in on his very disturbing face.
Jesus Christ.
And then he's just going to send like an exit emoji and a
Good
clock
night.
emoji and then a heart emoji and just,
Wow. Wow.
Oh. Oh. Oh.
and then wait to see if maybe he comes to see what's going on. He's either going to run away,
Wow,
which will get him
yeah.
outside, or he's going to
Very-
come check on his people, which will get
Very
him
excited
outside.
to see how this goes.
Somebody's watching him either way. So
Sure.
Okay.
Oh, I see him doing this, and
And
I'm
he's doing
just,
it
like,
one at a
getting
time,
ready to
like-
flex those track muscles.
yeah, he's going to invite everybody in for hey, we get group shots. It's but not like it's not a group photo, like a series of photos. It's like one at a time. So it's like bing, bing, bing. He's just
That's
going to
what-
keep spam texting him. With
That's
this.
even
He
worse.
overhears.
Oh.
As you're there,
Out
start
of
going
10.
bing, and he looks down, stopping himself from whatever he was about to do. Pulls out the phone. What the fuck? Bing. Bing. Bing.
Oh.
What the fuck? And
Weird.
thought he's gonna shoot. But it's yours. You hold it.
Well, does he just look confused or like alarmed?
Alarm.
Okay. So yeah, don't know which way he's gonna go. If he goes out that door, then that's probably fine. If he goes out somewhere else, then he will need to be followed. So I'm just gonna sort of meander in a place where whatever direction he goes, other than out through the same door that everyone else went out through, that I can have a mild head start to head in that same direction. But otherwise, I'm just keeping an eye on him, and I'll send a text to the group. It's like,
you can delay your action for him to do something.
yeah, whatever. He just got something on his phone that has alarmed him highly. Because I don't know that came from them.
And then you take your own phone out, take the same selfie, and send it to the group text. All right.
One's for later.
You're gonna send it to your own phone?
Post it to Instagram. Hashtag hero beats.
Right.
Nice. All right. But before then, Anima.
Well, see, I wanted to let this poor guy go because I felt so bad, but then you made that comment. And now I don't know.
We're terrible superheroes.
I mean, has the guard coming in my direction paused and stopped walking, or is he still trying
Yeah,
to
he kind of backpedaled a little bit when he saw the really last bam thing behind you.
Okay.
Copyright. Next one.
Okay. I think I think Alexi will rush the guard, try to knock him off his feet.
Cool.
Kind of.
Yeah, melee
Barrel.
roll.
That's not what I wanted you to do. Please, just do my roll. I also don't think that's the right one. Hang on. Okay. Nope, that is the right one. I got an 11.
11 is enough.
Cool. And then for damage, that is also an 11.
Oh yeah, because you have might.
Yeah.
Again, Haji a thug. 10 health. So you
So sorry.
leap into him, and his back pedal becomes this cry of as this hefty, sizable, muscular wolf
Yeah, I mean, their wolf form is like half
presses
the height
right
of a
into
normal human.
presses into his chest, knocks him down. And you're not sure if he fainted. There's maybe some little sort of wispy blue smoke trails from where he might have been shot, but not. But he's out. He's just, his psyche just cannot handle the rest of the day. He's going to go straight. Probably going to join Sunday morning church or
Going to
something.
VA.
Just
Villains Anonymous.
turning the whole thing around now. He's
These guys should really
experimented on.
at the very least, these guys should ask for a raise.
Right? Or
Yeah,
at
I would.
least one superpower to make him a little bit tougher. Either way, he is out. Now, which leads us to the only guy in that initiative left, Benny, who starts hustling towards the back door because Benny has a certain level of loyalty because he's paying these guys, sort of loyalty. He hustles to the back door, Beholder fairly close behind, and opens up the back door to see the scene before you. For him, us, everybody. And at this point, let's take a quick 5-minute break, go hydrate, snack, and we will see you momentarily. And we're back. When last we left our intrepid heroes, they had snuck into a casino, beaten some bodyguards senseless, innocent though they were, and are now about to rough up one of the patrons, honest, hard-working patrons of this casino. This is J. Jonah Jameson, signing off. Get me pictures of Spider-Man. All right. Liberty Lass.
Yes. So here comes Benny coming out the door at me, basically, right?
You've teleported
You're
behind
behind me.
Anima, who just laid out a guy. So what he sees, comes out and basically sees Dreadfire holding up his bodyguard like a weekend at Bernie's with the camera. Oh no, actually he didn't, because that's the next one. You're just taking the closer and closer selfies.
But wasn't Anima blocking the
You're
door?
walking around the corner from them.
Yeah, like the little exit from
Oh,
the
okay.
alleyway
I thought you were
into
blocking the door.
no, like the little exit to like the sidewalk and rest of civilization.
Well,
But is
then
now
I
in full
see-
view, standing on the chest of.
So as he walks out, I just want to like teleport like right behind him, like the next space behind him on the grid, basically, and just prevent him from being able to turn around and come back in.
Sure.
That's
Just out of curiosity.
basically all I want to do is I just want to like be right there and I want to be like, excuse me, sir, we have some questions.
How close is Beholder to him?
I mean, not like right up on him, but I mean, she was probably walking slightly faster than he was going towards the door so as to get there, at roughly the same time, but
Okay.
yeah, for most of the time walking, she was not that close. But like if he stops without going out, then like she's gonna think about that because she doesn't super like her chances for like pushing him out the door.
I mean, miracles happen.
Mm.
And so you're kind of contemplating. You're back here, Brian. Just walk out the door. Just walk straight out. Walk out the door, and then he takes sort of a half step out, and then boom, Liberty Lass appears right behind him. Making sure you're thing. Dreadfire. Holding a cell phone.
Yeah, I'm still chilling with the knock knock guard. He's just gonna look at us. Benny, baby, how's tricks? We gonna talk business or what? I'm just gonna keep sitting there.
Who the are you guys? Holy. Laser beam.
So he says that, and Liberty Lass is like, well, I'm Liberty Lass. At least that's what the kids on the street have been calling me. He's Dreadfire. I'm not sure about the wolf's name. I think we're workshopping it, or they'll tell me later. They're cool though. They're with us, and that's a civilian, as far as I know.
And you see relatively attractive woman in.
I do have the question that are we like is this happening? Is this all taking place with like Benny standing in the doorway holding the door open? Like is that the actual situation?
Yeah.
Okay. So
Very
so
good.
that meant so when Liberty Lass came in behind him, she's slightly in the casino. Okay. Uh, well, I can't do anything about the cameras. That ship
Or
has sailed.
Liberty Lass.
Um, but
Well, her
uh,
back is to it. She's not inside. Like she
but
kind of.
Next to
yeah, I'm just gonna like as soon as this happens, I'm just gonna like take 3 steps quickly to the left and then start loudly and ostentatiously choking, like making a spectacle of myself to draw attention to me and away from all of that that I hope will take itself outside, but I highly doubt it.
Give me a charisma. Excuse me. Ego check.
Ego? Yeah,
Oh.
it's fine.
Charisma that is not charisma.
Okay, 14. It's not terrible.
14 is actually pretty good. Two things simultaneously happen that give you hope and disappoint you at the same time.
Cool.
The sense where you start making a scene. You basically trying to draw as much attention from the patrons as you can. So you're basically running into things, push a chair, knock over the chair, knock over somebody's food, making a big sort of absolute I'm pretending to choke sort of thing in the bad acting video, whatever. The
Yeah.
point is convincing enough that people look at you and do nothing. Because bystander effect.
I mean, that's fine. The looking was the
Like,
important part.
should we do something? Is that girl choking? What do we do? Somebody call 911. You got a phone?
Yep.
Can you call 911?
Quick, what's the number for 911?
Right? IXII. So, somewhat content the fact that you're drawing attention. At least you think they're paying attention to you, but no one's coming to help you.
That is perfectly fine.
Successful but depressing.
Yeah.
Because as long as no one comes to help me, then it's still an active situation that everyone has a reason to pay attention to. If someone was helping me, then it would be like, oh, well, it's taken care of.
And then they could just turn back to their machines.
I mean, they might do that anyway, but yeah.
Yeah.
Anima.
Ugh. Ugh, what can Alexi do in this situation? Um, huh. I guess I really don't have any choice but to have Alexi turn back for this part because what can Wolf do into this situation? Um, yeah, so I guess I'll have Alexi turn back and then if I'm able to, maybe try to go and shut the door.
I mean, you could advance to it, sure.
Yeah.
But with Liberty Last sort of there
She's
present,
kind of
the doorway seems a
standing
little.
in the threshold, but barely so. Like
I
she's
guess
got
maybe
her shield on her arm, and her back is like she's standing in such a ways. I think at least she's pretty aware of her situation at all times. That's one of her traits, even. So, I think that she's standing in such a ways that it's like the cameras are like catching her profile or the lighting is backlighting her somewhat. But if Benny were to turn around, he would be able to see her.
Yes.
So like
the areas
not clearly in view of camera, maybe on camera, but not blatantly, ostentatiously flashing my shield for everybody to see that I'm totally not sponsored by Volkswagen, which is, I don't know why that's not a thing yet.
Volkswagen. Car of no. All right. Okay. So what Alexi does, move up.
Yeah, I've tried to move towards the door to shut it because I want to say
Okay.
that maybe with heightened senses because I have
They're
Alexi with
kind of in
heightened
the way.
senses.
Not going to shut
Um,
both of them being out of the way.
yeah, maybe while she's moving forward, she's kind of like, get out of the way of the door.
Cool. And that works because Liberty
Because I
Lass
want
is
to,
standing behind Benny, like with her shield up, kind of hurting him outside anyway.
I want to say
Like,
that
we've
Alexi
got some
sees,
questions.
yeah, like I want to say Alexi sees that distraction is happening like from like inside, like from the corner they can see inside the room, and it's like this
Okay.
is a good chance to like kind of like move the situation. So like heading after turning back, heading towards the door and being like, move out of the way of the door, so that way they can close it potentially.
Okay. He steps out. He's startled by Liberty Lass. He's kind of a little freaked out by Dreadfire. He doesn't know Beholder's behind him. That's something. He just wouldn't recognize you anyway. You're wondering why the waitstaff is turning on him now. And this person he's never met walked up to him. What do you want? What the fuck do you want?
Mainly, I would like to know where
Roll me
to
a D6. Single
What's that?
D6.
me.
Everybody.
Oh,
Make this a collective roll. Everybody's going to basically, it's like a regular roll, only with edge. And since Anima was the last one to speak or to act, I'm going to give you the marble die. Yours is the marble die. Everyone else's is a roll.
okay, so just do a regular roll.
A single D6.
Hold on, let me grab it. Well, I'll just use
What?
this.
Real dice?
You can't roll just 1d6 on.
I know. Hang on, let me grab a
Identifying.
D6.
I just rolled
It's
6
3 or
on 6 and
nothing.
took the first one basically.
You can do that.
I think that's
You
what
pick
I'm
the
gonna
marble
do.
dice. Everybody
I
can
got
roll and just pick the
I got a
marble
2.
Two.
I got a 5.
I got a 6.
Nice.
Got a 4.
15.
Above average, nice.
Way above average. Like, what do you want? And you can hear fear.
Dude, chill. We're cool. We mostly just want to know where the drugs are.
The glitter? Here.
Yeah.
He fishes in his pocket and throws it at Anima. Take it.
I'm gonna like interpose it. So I don't want it to like hit Anima like in the face or anything. I don't know.
Well, I mean,
I just visualize this powder
This one I actually have
being thrown.
because this is actually going to affect whether.
Is it in a container or something?
Yeah, what
It's-
are we?
I'm assuming it's in one of those like little plastic baggy type things.
Yes,
Kind of what I was envisioning.
but the baggies. Well, you'll find out.
How many hit points does a
Is it in
plastic
like a
bag have?
Ziploc?
Interpose.
Not sponsored.
Or is it in like a regular sandwich baggie? You know, the one that you have to like tuck in and roll?
Exactly.
No,
So
I
one of
guarantee you
those
it's one of those like,
yes.
yeah, like the dollar store ones that like
Yeah.
barely work.
Yeah, that's like that you would
Ones
put
that
like
you
a
can't
grade
even
school
get a
sandwich
sandwich
in.
Yeah, exactly.
The
Where is the combat?
Stay in school, kids.
Yeah, warning beforehand, kids don't do drugs.
I mean,
And definitely don't keep your drugs in loose sandwich bags.
you do
yeah, no, this is inadvisable.
you. Do stay in school though.
If
The
you're gonna
attacker's
do
target-
Also,
drugs,
drugs are bad.
The attacker's target number for the attack is the lower of the character's defense or the original target's defense.
Also, sandwich baggies like that are your enemy.
That seems odd. If you're throwing at someone and you step in and interpose, shouldn't it be the higher of the two?
Well, I think the thing is, if you're taking an attack, you don't get to, like, a high defense character can't just jump in front of all the squishies and never get hit. It's just like you have to
Fair.
take their defense,
Yeah.
and you have to get
Okay.
hit, basically.
No, I guess that's
Yeah,
Because-
basically, it's I'm consenting to being hit by whatever is coming.
yeah.
This
Fair.
is the second time they've jumped in front of Alexi to do this, so like it has to have a consequence at some point.
What? No. What do you? No. What? So the baggie hits the shield, as is wont for Liberty Lass to do. Up comes the shield,
Oh boy,
and it poofs.
hold your breath.
Anima,
Hmm.
your vision. Blink, blink. Everybody's in front of you. Blink, blink. Shadows, blink, blink. White. Alabaster marble floors with the deep black veins. High cathedral Gothic ceilings.
Hmm.
Slate grays. Deep ebony black. Metalwork in the spires. Lots of sharp things, very Gothic. Throne room. And the moment your vision sort of clears, little flecks of purple sort of thing, like as if you'd stared at a light for too long and you have that after effect. The femme presenting person on the throne, alabaster skin, hair as white as snow. The air, in fact, in the entire room. A man, large, muscular individual next to her, standing by the throne, immediately starts drawing a sword from a scabbard at his hip. And he is this Adonis of a muscular, chiseled, masculine torso that looks like he was dipped in dry ice. It's just sort of wisps of what appear to be cold drifting off of him. My lady. And the femme presenting individual on the throne leans forward, does this. And the large muscular individual stops in his tracks, waiting. And Liberty Lass. You stepped in front. The packet explodes all around you. Your shield is covered in glitter now.
It's a rebrand. You can get behind that.
Maybe now I can take iconic weapon.
I like it.
Just because her iconic weapon is a hubcap, reinforced hubcap, covered in drugs. Covered in drugs.
Parkway drugs.
Not just glitter.
Disco ball.
It's like,
That's part of the iconic
Dun, dun,
power. Is
dun,
you
dun, dun.
hit them with the shield and they get all, like, tripped out.
yeah. Remember, kids, don't lick my shield.
Or hubcaps.
Well, that's generically good advice.
Sure. Cool. So what are you doing now?
Me? Liberty Lass is like once like the cloud kind of like dissipates, she's just like everyone okay?
Anima seems, I mean, not frozen, but it's like she's taken a step in and sort of time has paused. She's not frozen necessarily. She's still there. She's still breathing. They're still breathing. They're still there, but they don't have. Uh, they're staring into that middle distance.
What about the
Kind of like cats do when they see something on the wall that you don't see.
what about the goon squad? Are they still
So they're unconscious. The one guy's unconscious.
still unconscious and breathing?
Yep.
Okay. Oh, my allergies are killing me tonight. Um, I think she's probably going to look to Dreadfire and be like, take care of this the goon or whatever, the guy who threw the purple stuff.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, Dreadfire.
And I can't think of an insult now. Am I?
Are you high?
I don't think
Hello?
so.
Do you guys need a glass of water? It's gonna be.
There's a little something on your.
Hydrate.
And I don't think that's it might. She starts wondering if like that's even one of those things. She's like, get off, get off.
It smears. It's not like it's.
I can't test for anything. Scholarship.
No.
Kind of panic.
If I have drugs on me.
Right. Benny, think. Use your big boy brain. We don't want your drugs. We want to know where the drugs are coming from. Who's making them?
Tell me, ego.
Can I like give him edge by like posturing beside him with the shield?
Yep.
Like,
I'll allow
I
it.
got your friend over there.
I appreciate that. I don't know that it's going to help, but we'll try. It actually helped a lot. Wow. Literally the best possible outcome. It's a 14.
Cool. Look, man, I can't tell you that. Boss will kill me.
Is the boss here? Right now? Do you see the boss? Or do you see me? He's going to pull out the phone. He's going to open up the GPS. I know where you sleep. Do you ever want to sleep again?
You have that result up?
Wow.
It's the best possible result you can get?
Oh, on the ego?
Yeah.
Yeah, the 14 was the reroll.
It's the absolute highest you could roll.
Is it the highest I could roll? No.
No, you meant the best result
was-
of the reroll.
No, it was. I started with a 9 and it went to a 14 on the edge.
Cool.
It was way better than I expected.
Do another reroll with it, the edge.
Okay. Oops. Click the right buttons. That became a 16.
He's looking down at his unconscious stooges. He's evaluating his life choices and just how fast he can get out of town when he tells you this information. It gives you the address of a warehouse. Not incredibly far from here. That's where they're doing it now, man. After the wharf got hit, they moved everything into the chop shop.
Chop, right.
No, seriously, man. Just forget you saw me because I gotta skip. He'll kill me.
I have one more question. What other places do you know of that this
No, that's it.
organization is running
That's
out
all I
of?
know. The boss has the,
Who's your supplier?
the boss. The boss, he brings in the weird thing.
Who's the
We grind it
boss?
up.
And I hope you don't say Tony Danza.
Oh,
Sorry, dating myself here.
Liberty Last catches a lot of reruns on the campus television network.
Come on, smile again. No, that wasn't it. Was that it?
That's growing pains.
Thank you for also dating yourself. All right. Yeah, no, that's I don't know his name. He's got tattoos, so everybody calls him Ink.
It's a little on the nose, but I've heard worse.
That's all I know. But he's a psycho man. Gonna mess me up if I don't skip. So I got family in Portland. They can put me up for a while, and then I'll
Benny, do you want to tell me where you're going? Just go.
yeah, no, yeah. And so he starts to move, making sure that he can get past Liberty Lass.
She lets him by, but like awkwardly. Like he's got to do that
Like that,
squirm uncomfortably by her.
and then I like, no, wait, but what about my guys?
I mean, you can wake them up. They're fine. I'm just taking it.
I don't know how I feel about Benny taking the gang with him.
You should pay them a bonus. They were really looking out for you. That was the most loyal 2 seconds of their life, I'm sure.
What do I do? How do I? Having an existential crisis again.
He's a genuinely
Most
good
loyal
employer.
he's ever been.
You're like start smacking them in the face. Hey, nap time's over. Come on.
Slowly regain consciousness. What to happen? Benny, buddy, what? Did we get? No. What the? And the other guy's like, come on. But he's
Hey,
super unsteady.
wait, surprise. This was all a test and you guys passed. Like,
Give me an
Really?
give me an ego roll.
Route we want to go down right now.
You're on punked.
Oh, you're unhinged tonight, folks.
You know, if you want, I have something that dovetails into this excellently. That I was gonna pull out the next time you asked me what was going on. 'Cause so
14.
so while like Liberty Lass and and Anima were like loudly demanding that Benny get out of the door and leave, and he was being basically shoved out of the casino, Penny is like half on a blackjack table still pretending to choke loudly and hearing this, and she's like thinking in her head, I have a master's degree in materials science. I have a PhD in optics and photonics. And this is what I am doing. Why is this my life? But then eventually they get like the door closes and mercifully the terrible thuggery noises stop. And then she's like, how do I extricate myself from this situation? And this is the first thing that comes to her head. She changes her disguise to look like Elvis, white spangled jumpsuit Elvis, and then stands up like nothing is wrong. It's like, thank you, everybody. Remember to tip your servers. And then,
Thank you very much.
and then she just walks straight out of the side door. Where everyone else went.
Jesus.
So yeah, so ideally, just as they're saying, you know, you got punked, then Elvis comes out.
Nice. I'll allow it. Yes.
Oh,
Beautiful.
Oh.
Dovetail. Amazing.
Elvis Presley is now Marvel canon.
Oh my gosh.
King has left the building. Good job.
We're gonna look back on this one day.
So that's a wrap.
What?
Right? So then, yes, so everybody seems to be playing along with this. The two dudes are brain rattled as it is. And one guy's like, see? I told you got punked. Oh my god, it's Elvis! Ah! And they're all looking for the cameras.
Penny's trying to assess the situation. This is
Benny's like,
as confusing to her as it is to everyone.
Camera,
Yeah.
in case you were wondering, is in the shield. Of course. That's why.
yeah.
That's why. Okay.
Yeah, and Benny's like,
I
Come
hope
on,
you're getting
you gotta
this,
go.
George.
Benny's the only one, serious at this point. The other two are completely clueless. Proud of all of you. And you walk out the door as Elvis, and they're like, "It's Elvis! Oh my god!" Yeah, and Benny is trying desperately to get them to go, and eventually they start moving, and he's like, I was in on. Let's go. I'll tell you where the cameras were on the way. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. We gotta go now." And they're like reluctantly sort of lumbering after him, slightly dizzy, sort of supporting each other.
They leave, and Liberty Lass just turns back to everybody and is like, I absolutely cannot believe that worked.
And the beholder, or Dr. Penelope, you see Anima staring at you, sort of dove-eyed.
Drugs.
Oh, well, that's bad.
Yeah.
Unblinking. Starstruck.
They haven't started to grow weird things, right?
No.
Thank God for that.
Well, I'm happy to do a cursory examination. I don't have formal medical training, but it's not actually that hard in this system, apparently.
Think Narcan works on this stuff?
Should we move them?
I don't know. You can share Alexi if you choose, or actually, unless you want to hide it. You can share what powers you have with Beholder. As is
Okay,
the
yeah.
assessment of the,
Well, really, just
or unless you're looking at general health and wellness, then she's
origin. But yes,
there.
no, really, she's just looking at specifically, how is she doing mentally? What is the situation here?
She's there and not there.
That's not good.
It's like you're staring at one of those weird car cushions that the practical jokers use when they want to pretend like there's nobody driving the car. There's no one there, but Alexi is underneath it.
That is a fascinating metaphor. Okay.
And Alexi's in human form right now, right?
Alexi is in human form.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alexi is Alexi now.
Hmm.
Okay. Uh. Um. Well. Uh. Has this stuff ever worn off on anyone without them being like beaten into the ground?
So far, I think it must have. I mean, I've talked to junkies who used it. Everybody we've seen used it just, you know, died.
So glad Alexi can't process any of what's being said right now.
Okay.
Should we try to
Uber?
we yeah, like I don't know. I only just met the guy. I can't exactly like call his parents. Does he have a phone? Emergency contact information, maybe?
I think at this point, Dreadfire is actually going to drop his persona and go back to being Cal. And Cal deals with a lot of junkies, and he's going to go start doing his normal routine of like get them somewhere like sitting down so they can't fall, find some water, just sort of talk to them, check their pulse, check their temperature, like make sure they're not about to convulse or have a stroke or anything crazy.
Give me logic roll, please.
As a 16.
This isn't. You've seen junkies. You've seen the various drugs of use. You've seen their coming down, their highs, their lows. You're kind of inured to this because there's enough out there that you're not really surprised by any of it anymore. This is different. It feels odd because there's no reason why they shouldn't be there. It's almost as if the glitter, when it touched them, stopped them, but not stopped them. Still breathing. They respond if you sort of push on them. They respond to movement. They seem to be able to be guided, walking. They're just mentally not there.
Yeah, this is weird.
They're not home. Doot. The number you were calling is not connected. Just check your number and try your call again.
So what exactly happened?
Benny threw a glitter bomb. I
what now?
blocked it with my shield and and then when I turned around, Alexi was like this.
Uh, so did it get
It dispersed.
on them or no? Yes.
Probably.
Probably.
If you look real close and you have real close vision, you can see sort of the sheen glitter.
Well,
in their hair.
Oh God.
First step, let's
Never
go
getting out of
somewhere
it.
and try to get it cleaned off. Just general principles. Also,
Sort of dusting and sort of wiping. Yes.
well, I mean, ideally with wet cloths so that I can save all of it and go lab at it. But
Samples.
Really? Cool. Um, so you can, you hustle in, you grab a towel from the bar quick, wet it down, bring it out. What are Dreadfire and Liberty Lass doing?
Right now, Liberty Lass is probably like, um, well, the doctor is, or Beholder is giving, Alexi an exam. So I guess Liberty Lass is like,
I'm needed elsewhere.
she's kind of like, where did I put that taco?
Yeah, right? Oh, I'm hungry. What the hell? Dreadfire?
Uh, yeah, he's gonna assume that Beholder, having a science background, is handling whatever can be handled with Alexi's situation.
Beholder has said repeatedly that she is not a scientist. Super convincingly too.
Yeah,
She's
we
dressed like
believe you.
a cocktail server, so.
It's Elvis, right?
Oh, no, Elvis, excuse me.
Or Elvis.
It
Elvis
was-
is actually taken care of.
it was
Elvis is now
Elvis.
in the building.
I'm assuming after they left, I just changed back to the generic person that I was when this all started.
We can allow that. So you're not going to scare people by having
Yeah.
Elvis read.
When I started talking in my own voice again and not bad Elvis impression.
Yeah, so I think he would just take the phone that he got from the hoodlum and just flip through it to see if there's anything else useful in it: addresses, text messages, other numbers of note. He's kind of hanging out, waiting to make sure everybody's okay, and then just looking for stuff in the meantime.
Cool.
Also, do you mean the taco that you gave to Alexi, who has
Yes.
since then shifted back and can't hold a taco in non-opposable hands?
Technically, you tucked it on a garbage can on your way around the
Yeah,
corner.
you dumped
Yeah,
it. And
exactly.
she's like, wait, did I have? She's like,
The real
did
question-
I finish eating it?
Liberty Lass going to fish your taco out.
No, absolutely not.
Oh.
She's already
Oh,
forgotten,
okay.
probably.
And is that, in fact, a fish taco?
No.
Alexi. The porcelain woman, presenting person in the throne, has a crown that looks like it's made of ice, crystal, both. The whole room is basically this white and black gothic nightmare. It's chilled on your skin in that just cold enough to be prickly in your lungs and prickly on your skin at the same time. And a chill up your spine. This is a sense of foreboding malevolence throughout the entire room.
Hmm.
There are other individuals here. It's like this weird. You'd expect them to glitter if it was a Stephanie Meyer movie, but it's just this palpable sense of a court, a royal court, maybe, based on courtesans or some kind of nobility throughout the room who seem all genuinely shocked and all looking at you.
Hate that.
The woman on the throne narrows her eyes as her gaze. You feel uncomfortable, as though they're staring straight through you and looking at every bit on the way through.
Oh.
It's like she's analyzing you to eat or to something, but she has a not feral, but definitely predatory look in her eyes. And then it disappears. And it becomes sort of this inscrutable mask of noblesse oblige. She leans forward, looking at you almost like a serpent. Her head sort of turns to one direction. She says, I do believe our court has been blessed with a changeling. And she reaches out with her hand, does a sort of a grasping, pulling motion, and from your face, from your hair, the glitter comes away, drifts over to her in this lazy little arcing wisp. And on the other side, Dr. Penelope, in your nondescript, average-looking person guise, come out with the wet wipe and ready to wipe everything off, and it's gone. The woman that is pulled away, glitter, stares at it, and her expression goes from polite, noble benevolence with that hint of malice, and it just drops. Just, you don't want to be in this room. This is not someone you want to be anywhere near when she has any kind of temper tantrum, because she just has this feral, her eyes start to glow deep, deep cerulean, and just this white inner fire underneath. It launches. She starts sort of flaming like Hades in that mouse movie. Just blue flame everywhere. Tell that interfering rapscallion that Mab says this, and all you basically see essentially is sort of this weird odd perspective where the hand kind of comes straight up at you and just comes right in front of your face. Darkness for a moment. And Dr. Penelope is in front of you, just about to wipe off your face with it. You're back in an alley. The goons are gone. Dreadfire is flipping through a phone.
Liberty Lass is like around the corner.
Liberty Lass is debating whether she wants to go back into the casino and get another taco.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah,
Penny's looking at the towel, like, to check if there's glitter on it, like she did wipe it off and then lost time somehow, because who the hell knows, right?
Nothing.
Okay. Yeah, Lexi kind of blinks and looks around, a little startled. Um, kind of like looks at each person individually and is like, "Oh, is the fight over?
Did we win?
Did we do the thing we came here to do?"
Are you okay?
I can't answer that question right now because I don't know physically. Yeah, everything else, to be seen. I don't know what just happened.
Okay. Can you describe? Well, okay. We'll just take a few breaths first. Just because, yeah. Don't know what this stuff does to people, really. So just, yeah, try to relax.
That one time it made that guy turn into a rock monster.
I'm not.
Yeah.
I wasn't going to bring that up. But nothing was growing, so that wasn't a thing.
Glitter
probably.
really hit
I'm
the fan
sorry, I
or
could
the
have turned
shield.
into what?
It's fine. You're fine.
You're perfectly normal. Well,
I think.
That
relatively speaking.
Okay, all right.
it it may just do completely different things when it's absorbed through the skin rather than ingested.
He did eat
It
it.
also
Yeah, he ate a whole bunch.
Okay.
it could also have to do with we have hours too, maybe.
True, he didn't
I
before.
mean, I guess. So did we get the information we needed to get at the very least?
Changing the subject.
I will answer questions after my question has been answered.
Yeah, we got a warehouse to check out, and supposedly the pen name of the boss, somebody that goes by Ink, with a lot of tattoos.
Okay,
Yeah,
great.
sometimes.
Great, perfect. Okay.
Have I ever heard that name before
You're
while
a
I've
college
been
student?
like
No.
no, in my like limited time working like doing the vigilante shtick. Like I'm just wondering if I'd ever heard any rumors about this guy or anything. This is the first time hearing the name. Okay.
I mean, you'd be stopping like convenience store robberies and
Yeah. Street level
personality.
stuff.
Beginner Daredevil.
Daredevil season one,
Um,
but he's been fighting in that warehouse and
Liberty
Yeah.
costing
Labs,
himself
Homecoming.
40 minutes.
Okay, yeah, Lexi just kind of takes another moment to kind of like re-situate. Um, and then just takes a breath and is like, okay, um, first of all, eventually someone's gonna need to tell me what in the world that drug is because I am not caught up to speed. Second of all, I have no clue what I just saw, and it's very weird. Um, have I don't even know where to begin. When I was here,
Everyone, give me a vigilance check.
does that
Anyone
include
who
me?
has heightened senses going, you have edge.
This is including me.
I'm going to give you trouble for this one because you're kind of in the
It's
middle of
granted. All right, cool, great.
13.
I have a
19.
16.
Roll 3 6s.
I got a fantastic
Of course you would,
13.
Dreadfire.
Ooh. Reroll the Marvel die.
Oof. Trouble.
All right, all right. How should I just re-roll my 1d6 then?
Yes, I'm that
If
cruel.
I can't,
I'll also
Right,
rip
hold
open
on.
bags of holding if you overstuff them.
I'm just gonna re-roll my 1d6 because you can't.
That's fair.
Well, on a reroll, you can pick which dice you reroll.
Yeah, if you hit
That's also
reroll,
true.
you choose the dice and then hit roll.
Do you? How do you?
Yeah,
You just click the die, and then it gets like a border around it.
little blue border.
Oh, actually, let me do that.
And then there's a reroll button below blue one. The UI is a little confusing, but it's fine.
Hey, hold on. As I attempted, it is not letting me do that for some reason.
Hmm.
So I will just re-roll my
Oh yeah,
1d6.
that's
It's
That's
fine.
okay.
That is a 4.
What's your total?
So 2, 4 is 6. 6 plus 3 is 9. And then let's say plus 2, 11.
You're the last to notice, but you all notice something a little bit strange about Lexi. What is your outfit?
Usually Alexi wears a lot of black, a lot of like tech wear kind of stuff,
Sure.
like gothic tech wear kind of ensemble.
Weird. You don't remember the soles of you're wearing boots, I assume, like Doc Martin style, or are we talking
Like combat boots, yeah.
yeah. The bottom sole, the edge, each boot, white. Not like the black rubber normally, it's white.
Oh. Oh.
I mean, I can respect the two-tone thing. Is that something you do normally? Is change your clothes? I mean,
Being a very negative vibe, like film, not vibe.
Were they like that
Uh,
when I came out? You cut out. Was it okay? Okay. Uh,
And with that realization or revelation, let's call it here. Everybody looks mystified. And Glitch is squirming, so that's okay. All right, so let's do a quick round robin. Tell everybody who you are, where you're from. Not where you're from, where you found. Yeah, where you're from, yeah. Put them in Cal's inventory and we're going to, So where you can be found and what projects you're up to. Start with Adam again.
I'm Adam. Find me most places as Soulvine, on Twitter as _Soulvine. When I'm not here, I'm also playing D&D on Twitch and YouTube at High Rock Games.
Hi, I am Pandora Beatrix. I can be found at Pandora Beatrix on most socials except for Insta, which is Pandoratrix. I am on another actual play, Doctor Who, called Anywhere But Now. Also, I am on a recurring Fallout audio drama, The Modus Files and Once Upon a Wasteland. And I mean, if you happen to be in like Eastern Pennsylvania, I'm in a variety of theater projects, but go look at the Dystopia Burb, whatever.
Cassie.
Hi, everybody. I'm Cassie. I've been playing Liberty Last tonight, and you can find me at Random Attempt on the Dead Bird app, and it's on the eyes, and the Blue Sky, and on Instagram I'm Fatal Songbird. And I've worked on some projects, but most of them aren't out yet. So mostly look for me here.
Glitch.
Hi everyone, I'm Glitch. I can be found on most platforms as Glitched Productions. I am a cosplayer with some hopefully new content coming out. I need to get into cosplay first, but you can also find me on Twitch at Glitched Productions, and I do gaming twice a week, gaming and hanging out. So come join me there.
And I was your innocent, reverent, and totally non-participatory narrator. I had nothing to do with any of this. All the shenanigans were theirs alone. I swear by nothing. You can catch my pre and post COVID cosplay adventures at Canadian Captain America on Instagram and TikTok. CDN Cap America on the blue apps of Bird and Skies. And this right here is the project du jour for me, and taking up far more of my time than I expected it to originally. Which just means I'm going to do more. I do have plans to get a D&D game going in the next couple months, but that's depending on how well this one does. Other than that, that's pretty much me. So let's call it here. Hope everyone had fun. Why did Elvis appear? Why did Glitch disappear? Why did Glitch glitch? Is Dreadfire going to ever become more scary? Will Liberty Lass ever find her Burrito. Important questions. Answer next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. All right. Let's call it here. Everybody have a good night. See you next week.
If the